Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MSNBC, my snarky news broadcasting channel. All of the news, none of the pants, where I'm joined by two visible, gorgeous co-hosts this time. Wren from Wrenelations and Shitlords Anonymous.
Hey guys.
And it's obvious that she is the one not wearing pants, as well as Ishtar from her own Twitch streams and where she helps with voices over on Cyber Demon Gaming.
Hi guys, how's it going?
And my name, of course, is Antoine the Great. Welcome, everyone. It has been too long. It has been so long. It's only been a week.
Yes. We've actually stuck to once a week.
Well, how are you ladies doing this week?
Well, tired.
Yeah.
Yes, the pre-stream chat was enthralling. I was dozing as you two babbled on about makeup and things like that.
Oh, I thought I got you with the coworker calling out because ingrown hair.
Well, there was that. That was interesting. You know, I know everyone in the chat is like, oh, I bet Ishtar and Wren are just so naughty when the cameras are off because of how, well, naughty you are on camera. No,
That's
they don't
true.
do any of that at all. It's boring. You would think that I would get like free shows and things like that.
We
No,
give
that doesn't
you that
happen.
after the show if you perform.
It's called an after party for a reason.
There's something I need to get started.
What's that?
That's why there's a pre-show.
No.
No.
Anyway, let's say hello to those who are in chat. And we have, well, something that hasn't happened in a very long time. Mitzi has actually claimed the gold. Only because Ray decided to be nice. So, Mitzi is our first place contestant. Ray is a honourable silver. Czar was bronze, and Ghost Dog is honourable mention. That's our first four. Then Dark Ninja is here. Hello. Dark Ninja says, hello, peoples. James M, how's it going? Trey Lee is here. He says, swiggity swooty. And he also got a meme about The Last of Us 2 struck down by PlayStation not once, but twice. That's impressive.
Wow.
Nathan Marcano sort of claimed third squared, since he claimed a second third. And then Steve is here. How's it going, Steve? Nightbot is doing his job. Zeo Gold is here. And Nathan Marcano for $5 says, China lied. Who complied? China lied. Who complied? People died. Epstein, he just adding to his memes. Epstein didn't kill himself. Believe all women is far right. Is a far right thing now, I guess. Not sure if you saw that. Yes, I did. I saw that. And it's just as dumb as it sounds. Do you remember the hashtag Believe All Women?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, now it's apparently now it's an alt-right thing.
Huh?
Yeah, because the right is now having the left stick up for their standards. The whole thing with Biden, right? Biden's being accused and no one's believing the women. Biden has now had 7 women come forward. No one is believing the women. Well, now it's considered a trap if you believe all women, because the alt-right and the right now have the left trying to, live up to the standards that they... I know, I see the wheels turning, Wren. It's not going to help.
My brain can't connect A plus Z plus that equals something else.
It's liberals. It's not A plus... No, it's not A equals B, or, A then B then C. It's A, B, C, D, kitty, fox, doggy, squill, ran away, shiny thing, then C. Wolvania here. How's it going, Wolvania? Oh, James M is Wild Breath. Got it.
Yes. Didn't you remember that?
He has so many names.
He has 2.
That's many.
That's not many, that's 2.
Many is more than one.
Do I have to give... I'm not explaining this.
And Dark Ninja says, can we get a D for deer? Yes, that's a whole thing, isn't it? Well.
Yes, you can actually see my face, Tauza.
So, did you... I know Ishtar has seen it. The Twitch trans person that believes she's deerkin.
I have not seen that.
Yeah. Not only does she believe she's a deer, she has a ritual to give herself power to play games on Twitch. She prances around in her front yard and eats grass.
Okay.
Yes. She also has an orgasm from scritches from her partner, who believes she's a cat. Yeah, deergasm. Because her partner apparently believes she's a cat. She believes most gamers are white supremacists, that team chat should be banned, and instead of smoking pot on screen on Twitch,
she
ate it.
Okay. That's
a lot to take in.
That is. That's a lot of crazy in a short amount of time.
And Wolvania comes in with, sadly, I hear she does it nude. She does nude scary shit as well.
Nude scary shit on Twitch?
I'm assuming for something. I bet she has an OnlyFans.
I hope she got an OnlyFans, because nobody needs to suffer through that.
Not to mention, what is with the need for OnlyFans now?
Because people are finding out that, they want to see other people naked that they like watching. So
I just sell
pay
those
for
gifts over Twitter.
Yes, but now you can have an OnlyFans where they subscribe to you like it's Patreon.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. So.
I suppose if it makes them happy.
Suppose, yeah. That's a lot of crazy.
Just a little bit of crazy. Not too much. Just a skosh. $5 from Ghost Dog. Antoine, purr for the ladies, and Wren and Ish look great tonight.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you, Ghost Dog.
For Ghost Dog, of course. If you have a link to put into Discord, you put it in add your links here. I thought that was self-explanatory, but apparently I'm wrong.
You are very wrong.
Yes. Well, should we actually get on with this bloody show, or should we just continue talking? I mean, I'm assuming they're here to learn about news and things.
I don't know. I mean, they could be here just to listen to us talk.
Yeah, they could be.
You don't know.
Yeah.
See? Wild Breath says he has 3 names, so he has many names.
Oh, okay. My
bad. Nathan says he is here to learn about Florida Man. So I guess they want us to actually get on with the show.
I'm guessing.
If we must.
Alright, so there's a call for Florida Man, so we will go with Florida Man. And we'll start off with a bang, shall we?
Alright.
So we've had many Florida Man stories that have to do with exposing themselves.
Yeah.
This one gave himself an excuse.
What excuse is that?
Well, I will read the excuse right after I get this. Clever Mick generic name. How's it going, Clever? For $10 says, I checked and none of the hellish trove of fics I talked about last week would be able to be read on YouTube without getting your channel nuked. Thank God. Are you sure? I've read some really horrible things on here.
Well, Anton, don't forget. I think I still have it somewhere, but there's a fanfic that involves you.
Yes, I know. I've heard it. It doesn't ever need to be brought up again.
Oh, it needs to be brought up all the time.
No, it doesn't.
Every time.
All right, let's get on with this. It doesn't need to be talked about because it also involves a monkey with a giant hat.
Yes. Yes, it does.
It is
So-
a horrible thing.
Florida man accused of exposing himself claims he needed to air it out. Deputies say.
Well, I guess you. Okay. That's an excuse.
It is an excuse. Not a good one, but it is an excuse. Sheriff's calls behavior disgusting, rude, and perverted. No, Trey, you don't need to check it out. Trust me, it's not good. Even if I did voice part of it, not good at all. Polk County, Florida. An Avon Park man who was caught exposing himself to women while driving says he airs it out sometimes because he gets hot, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Deputies said a woman called 911 on May 11th to report that she was stopped at a red light on Highway 60 near the Lake Wales Municipal Airport around 8 a.m. when she noticed the driver of the Mazda that was next to her waving and trying to get her attention. She looked up. Yes, waving.
How very
Wait.
discreet.
Well, I mean, for people like this, they want others to look. She looked over to see the man's penis completely exposed and then saw him begin to touch himself inappropriately, records show. I mean, there's a whole list of these things happening on things like Pornhub and RedTube. All you have to do is search it up. Not that I know anything about that.
Yeah, totally don't know anything about that.
Not one bit. Photos the victim took and a description she was able to provide helped deputies identify 32-year-old Justin Mosser as a suspect in the case, according to authorities. Wolvania says, "Whew, I don't drive a Mazda." So we know that Wolvania's out there, wherever you are, doing exactly the same thing. Deputies said they began conducting surveillance on Mosser Wednesday morning, and as a female detective was driving near him on Highway 27 in an unmarked vehicle, she noticed him trying to get her attention and looked over to see him exposed and touching himself inappropriately. After a traffic stop was conducted, deputies said Mosser told them that he often drives with his penis out of his pants because he gets hot and airs it out. Records show he admitted to exposing himself to 4 or 5 random women while driving. And expressed no remorse for his actions. First, nobody wants to see that. It's disgusting, rude, and perverted. Second, or in this case fourth, since there was 3 things listed, it's dangerous to be doing something like this while driving.
Just a bit.
You know what? I know for a fact there are men who have done that while driving at high speeds.
Why?
When you got to pop off, you got to pop off. Look, I'm not saying men are smart. I'm just saying it's what they do. This is wrong on so many levels. Great work by the detectives to find this guy so quickly. He said he's done this before, so we're asking for his other victims to contact the sheriff's office. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said. Mosser is facing 3 counts of indecent exposure and 2 counts of committing a lewd act. Yes, Zio Gold, I don't know what you're screaming at me for.
What is Zio Gold screaming at you about?
I don't know.
I think I exposed one of his kinks.
Zio Gold.
You know, Trey, that cannot be proven. And most of the time it's tentacles, so they don't complain. Or at least I don't hear them over the muffled screaming.
So terrible.
I know.
uh, Steve says, can we just end the genetic lines, the species, under an IQ level? He's like, anyone below 80 or 90 IQ level, that's being generous, I know, but still.
Yeah.
See, Zar knows that's how they get around the censor in Japan. That's why tentacle hentai started. You can't show genitals in Japan. You can show breasts, you can show nipples, but you can't show. No, it's not even genitals you can't show. You can't show pubic hair. So how they got around? You can't show pubic hair on a woman, and you can't have a phallic shaped. You can't show the penis on a man. So how they got around that for hentai is, well, there's nothing against a phallic shaped object. So tentacle hentai was born. And then women took it to real aspects and started doing it with octopus.
Hey, whatever you gotta do.
I guess that's one way of enjoying yourself.
Zio Gold says, no, you just floored me for the second time tonight with something out of the blue. What was the first thing?
You really want to know?
Yes, I'm actually going to scroll up for that. Oh, the meme got struck down, apparently.
Ah.
I think that's what he was talking about.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's go ahead and... Do we want to do science, or do we want to do cringe?
Either or.
Up to you, Ishi.
Mysterious inscribed cubes discovered in a river.
Well, I guess she just stole your thunder.
Hey,
I did say
you
it was
left
up
it
to
up
her.
to me.
Real quick to answer Nathan Marcano's question, says, so I'm going to ask a dumb question. Why would you ever have censorship on porn? That's necessarily, it's Japanese. They have different censorship laws because a lot of things are allowed on public television. They don't have, they have premium channels like Skinamax and things like that, but porn is allowed, softcore, I believe, after on regular television after 10 o'clock. So how they get past the censors is they censor the genitals. I know way too much about this stuff.
Yes, you do. The question is why?
You humans are disturbing, and there's a lot of porn on the internet, so it kind of flooded into me before I was born.
Well, it does explain your fascination with tentacles and tying people up.
See? It's all humans' fault.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Now, am I?
No, she's not saying it's bad. She's just saying it's a thing.
It is a thing. A magnet fisherman in England has reeled in a haul of 60 lead cubes inscribed with strange symbols.
Wait, a magnet fisherman?
Yes.
What the hell is a magnet fisherman?
I don't know. Hold on, let me find out. Magnet fishing makes use of a strong magnet to recover magnetic objects from the water. The magnet has a loop or eye attached to it, and a rope is fed through the loop or eye in order to recover the magnet and the objects to attach themselves to it. So literally, it's a strong magnet at the end of a rope, and you toss it into the river and see what you find.
Apparently he found lead cubes that are going to summon demons.
Mm-hmm.
Will Reed had been magnet fishing with his 2 young sons in the River Sow in South Coventry when he found what he initially thought to be random junk, but what actually turned out to be a haul of 60 small lead cube blocks inscribed with a variety of patterns and symbols. We were out magnet fishing. I'm sorry. We were out magnet fishing as our daily activity in lockdown, and we were at a relatively isolated spot, he told Country Live. At first, we found keys and pennies and other bits and bobs, and then we looked down and saw what we thought were tiles. I was live streaming to friends on Facebook, and I bent down and started picking them up. I also thought they might be rocks. I showed them to the camera as I looked back, more and more kept appearing. The cubes were tiny, small enough to hold between finger and thumb, and weighed 125 grams each. The symbols on them appeared to be some form of Sanskrit. Curious to know more, Reed posted photographs of his discovery up on social media. There were all sorts of stories flying around at first. The cubes really captured people's imaginations. What I learned is that they are Indian in origin, and they show incantations for prayers which take effect when they are thrown in running water. Exactly how old the cubes are, however, continues to remain a mystery.
You know, I don't appreciate you biting my style.
You're welcome. Are you just mad because I did it better?
You sounded like you were from South London.
Kind of what I was going
She
for.
could have done the other British accent.
No, because then she just sounds like she's from Wales and makes my ears hurt.
I don't know what you're talking about, Governor.
See, I'm gonna mute you.
Oh, please mute me. Mute me hard.
See, they don't even know that they're muted. They're still laughing and talking.
Oh, is that
so-
saying Opal voice?
no, Cadopal. We don't need Cadopal.
Mute me hard, Daddy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Opal.
Zeo Gold says the first thing was about the Twitch streamer. The second was your joke about Florida Man's story. There's something a person doesn't expect to hear. So, yeah, I don't think anyone ever expected to hear that someone actually believes that they're a deer.
Let me introduce you to Dragonkin later tonight.
No, you've introduced me to Dragonkin before, but no one took her seriously. This one is getting a bit of power.
Well, someone at Twitch, Sheer, I think his last name is, I don't know who he is, basically said that they don't have any real power. They can't really do anything. They are advisors.
She thinks she has power.
Well, she can think what she wants. She doesn't.
She also thinks she's a deer.
Yeah.
We've already discussed her delusional state.
Yeah. People are not deer. People are not animals. Now, don't get me wrong. People can, much like animals can have human characteristics. I've been told apparently I like to hog blankets and it's like curling up next to a cat sometimes.
Oh, Ishtar
It doesn't
is a
mean I
cat.
think I'm a cat.
Oh, I'm totally a cat.
Except she doesn't have the balance of a cat.
No, I'm a clumsy cat.
Yeah, but you don't think you're actually a cat. It's more like it's more said in jest. That's the difference.
No, Trey, no one talked about showing me anything about their bad dragon.
I had a bad dragon. I
You-
didn't enjoy it, so I gave it to somebody else. It was not nearly as satisfying as I was hoping. Now I would need multiple bad dragons. The tentacle ones.
Yeah, the tentacle bad dragons do look like fun.
Yeah, but after, Antoine, you need multiples.
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
And that gets expensive.
How expensive was the bad dragon that you got?
I'm not going to discuss that.
You can't just bring it up and not answer questions about it.
Oh, I'll answer questions. I'm just not going to tell you how much I spent. I'm also not going to tell you which one it was.
That's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
Because I want to know. See,
Why?
and Clever,
You want to
Clever wants to
know?
know. Because I want to know the same thing Clever does. How big was it?
Oh, it was solidly 7 inches, and it
Ah.
had a knot.
See, Trey is asking also the right question. What name was it?
I am not going to tell you, Trey.
You know, we should have had this conversation after the break because it would play into one of Wren's articles. But instead, we're going to go with a different cringe article and get away from this topic.
Okay. How about we'll go Japan.
That doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all. Japanese spirit Amambe, a mythical mermaid monster, revived to ward off coronavirus.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you saying Japan revived a monster?
Does
Yes.
this surprise you?
Do you want Godzilla? Because this is how we get Godzilla.
Well, if Godzilla gets rid of coronavirus, do we really care?
That's a good point.
A mythical mermaid monster from Japanese folklore has made a resurgence in the country's popular culture recently as people hope for the end of the coronavirus. Amambe I know how to pronounce that one way too well because of a damn video game, who is said to ward off plagues. According to the legend, Amambe is said to have appeared to the samurai and told him to draw pictures of her and show it to people to keep them safe from a coming pandemic, according to BBC News. The fishy, long-haired, bird-like yokai has inspired everything in Japan in recent weeks, from cakes and noodles to face masks and hand sanitizers. She even sparked the Amambe challenge on Twitter that urges people to draw her.
Is it anything like the Sailor Moon challenge that has been going around on Twitter?
It looks different. Like, you just here, draw this cute little bird fishy thing.
Cute little bird fishy thing.
Cute little bird fishy thing.
Yeah. A sea lion named Leo at the aquarium in the Yokohama recently drew a respectable likeness. He started drawing Amambe in late March, practicing for about a month, the sea lion's keeper Sei Ishono said, according to the channel news in Asia in Singapore. We performed the drawing of Amambe in hopes that the pandemic of the new coronavirus will come to an end soon.
See, here we just teach sea lions and things like that to perform tricks. They're trying to teach them how to paint.
Yes. Amambe's comeback in March when the Kyoto University Library tweeted an Amambe drawing from 1846, according to CNA. The man who drew Amambe on the side of his truck said, "I travel all over the country with my goods and Amambe to pray for the disease to go away," according to BBC News. While some yokai are evil spirits, others like Amambe are said to have benevolent powers and are well loved in Japan. They also love their mascots for everything.
Yes, they do.
Another kind-spirited yokai known as Tofu Koza morphs into the form of a child and follows people home and offers them tofu.
So he's an evil spirit then.
Apparently.
I'm going to stalk you on the way home, and then when you turn around to see me as a little child, I'm going to offer you a white piece of food that you are not going to like nor enjoy.
Yokai first appeared in Japan's Edo period, 1603 to 1868, and newspapers frequently reported yokai sightings until early 20th century, according to the BBC. Yokai often play roles in helping people process unpleasant feelings or situations. They can sometimes be kind of pressure valves for when things get tense. Hiroko Yoda, co-author of Yokai Attack, the Japanese Monster Survival Guide, told BBC.
They have a survival guide?
Listen, there's a zombie survival guide in America. Don't be surprised.
True.
Yeah. There's a lot of dark news at the moment. Manga artist Mara Okazai let me try to say pronouncing. Okazai said, "I think people who see all of that want to enjoy themselves." So Yokai.
Yokai.
All right then. I think we have learned quite impressively that the Japanese are insane.
They
Yes.
are. But entertaining. So,
It's a two-way street.
yeah.
No, Zero Gold, I am not a yokai. I, in Japanese folklore, would be a kappa.
You're
I'm
a
not a
turtle demon?
Is that what kappa means?
Yes.
Kappas are turtle demons.
Oh,
The kappas
well
are
then what
turtle
is it?
demon.
Then what is the word for demon?
I don't know that one. I know the kappas are
Hold
the
on.
turtle demon that drown small children.
Yeah. You can defeat them by bowing because they have exceptional manners.
Who's ever heard of a demon that dies because it bows?
Well,
Because they have water in their head.
Ah, Steve says it's Akuma. So I'm an Akuma. Or Oni. Yes, Oni. Oni is another one. I know that one.
Oni is Oni is another one that's bad.
Onmoraki.
And Nathan says Antoine is an SCP. We've been over this.
Yes.
Still not playing that game. Matt told me what you want me to play, and shame on you, Ishtar.
Oh, come on.
Join us. It's fun.
No. She wants me to play SCP to Containment Breach.
Unity. You
Whatever.
have a better odds of survival in Unity.
I don't care.
Ugh.
You could always join us on Monday nights.
I don't do zombie games.
He's such a wimp.
Why?
I don't like zombie games.
He's a zombophobe.
Me and Ishi's characters in the game almost look like cyber demon characters.
Mm-hmm.
No, from what I've heard from over listening to you streaming, is it looks like you got burnt.
Just because Igor doesn't know what a cyber demon is.
Yeah. The minion is smart, but he doesn't quite know what cyber demons are.
Trey says, if mispronounced English from a Japanese person is English, is mispronounced Japanese from an English speaker called Japangrish?
Yes. And Trey is right. Join us.
No. Let's move on to some Florida man.
You know you want to.
No, I really don't.
Come on.
No.
How much would it take for you to join us for one episode playing that game?
No, I've learned. I've learned to not put a price on it because I end up sticking my foot in my mouth because someone will pay for it.
No, I'm serious. How much would someone have to donate for you to join us on 7 Days to Die?
I don't want to.
1 2-hour period.
No, you played for like 4 hours.
This would be limited to 2 because
We
that
would-
was an exception, not the rule.
Yeah. We would limit it to 2 hours. How much to get you to join us?
He's honestly thinking about it.
Yes, he is.
$300.
$300 and you would play 7 Days to Die with us. for 2 hours.
$150 an hour, yes.
You're
Okay.
expensive.
Damn right I am.
You're such a whore.
Well, that's why we pimp him out.
True.
Zio Gold says, Antoine fighting either a common writer or a metal hero, would that make for a good meme? It would. That would be it. That would be someone, Antoine fighting one of the Power Rangers would be quite entertaining.
Trey Lee, there is a succubus SCP. She's called Lilith.
I don't think I don't, if I remember correctly, she doesn't have gigantic titties. She's what? Just the epitome of whatever the person